Good afternoon. I wanted to say hi to everybody and wondering how you're making out with the children that have gone. I'm not sure how long it's been for everybody. I mean, personally, for me, it's been 2.5 going on 3 years now. And I'm back to my good old self and doing more things that I expected that I would be doing. Um, if you're still in the grieving process, that's okay. You can feel free to go through that. Of course, it's up to you. And I shouldn't say it that way, but at somewhere, sometime, however, the umbilical cord got cut, is what it is. And the children we thought would be there forever turned out not to be so. And that's a very hard time. It's almost like a death passing, right? Except they're still on the earth and they're still not around. They still don't call, and there's no interaction between you. That itself to me is really sad. But I've gone past that now. And after a while, it becomes kind of, it is what it is. The cord has been cut. We don't know why. And it's time for both people to move both ends of the spectrum to move on. And this is where you're starting to probably think about it. You're giving up on it and you're looking ahead. It's time. When it's been a year and a half, it's time. When you've been 2.5 years, well past due. We don't usually even grieve our loved ones that much. So the good part about it is that they're still alive probably. Your children are doing something else somewhere in the world, and that's it. Let it be, because now it's your turn. And you're going to have to find something that you can replace the children with. And here I like to talk about what can you do to move on. And there's a lot of things that you can do. You can have your friends and their children over a little more often to make up for that empty nest syndrome of children. And you can also um, help out at other places. If you're working full time, then no, you're not going to have a lot of time. But if there are younger people around and, you yourself are in your 40, 30, late 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you would still like children around, by all means, become friends with even a new family that have a lot of children or a few children. Someone where they're away, they don't live here. They're from maybe another country even, and enjoy their company, get to know them, join newcomers to your area. Sure, there's groups that you can count on to meet new people. And this I've done, and it's quite rewarding to actually see the children and watch them and see them grow up. It's not the same, no, it's not your grandchildren, but it is children nonetheless. And do those families appreciate it? They sure do. They would love to be part of someone's family and someone that they can confide in, watch their children grow, and incorporate them. Remember that families aren't always born into the family. Some families are what you make the family to be, okay? And that's very positive, so that you're taking someone under your wing to say, hi, I know you're brand new and my name's so and so, and I would love to spend time with you and your children. Do you have any other friends or family with you? And when you get to know them even a little bit, they begin to really pay attention that you're friendly, you're kind, and you really want to spend quality time with them as a new member. Even if they're from one end of the coast to the other, um, or countries away, it doesn't matter. Language, I found, was another thing. Some of them speak a total different language that I have no idea of, and or do they, but they're working on their English. And that's wonderful, because small words, we can actually start to build a friendship with that. And it doesn't take long before that friendship starts. Some of them have broken language, and that works for me. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people that have had the broken language but have no other family here. And I know by watching them grow with their coworkers and their coworkers' friends that it's very possible that these friendships can actually occur. And sometimes you become the stepmom, the step grandmother, step grandfather. I mean, remember that children love a male and a female, an older male and female to learn from. And as they get older, they really respond well to that. So instead of not doing anything, this is one way that you can participate with families who have children. The other thing women may do is go to your nearest hospital, put an application in to sit with newborns that have no family, or those that are up for adoption, or those that have been taken away. You may ask that of health services as well when they remove children from neglected families, and you can also support them in a way. So even if you become someone who looks after the children for someone else, then, like watching them for the week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks until they find a placement, then that's perfect. Usually our children that have left were usually in their 20s, early 20s, I would say, to mid 20s. So we really didn't have very long with them before they moved along. But I feel doing these things will actually bring you closer to what you're missing. And I think your heart opens up a lot more, and it's not as heart-wrenching when you know that they're going to have more friends, more family around. And their family would consist of people from the area that they live in. So you're going to be able to congregate together with them and help them build their family where they now live. And by setting good examples and helping them out, you're actually returning that to the family so that they can build on it. Most people coming from other countries, believe it or not, are very, what can I say? They're very soft people. They're very open-hearted people. And they're here because of the rough times that they've had in such areas. I know in the past I've met a lot of Ukrainian and Russian people that I had to work with. And knowing some of their backgrounds and whatnot, it was very easy for me to um, make common ground with them by listening to their stories and bringing them into my background and me supporting them, especially at work, and allowing them time to talk and tell me their history. And their children were younger, so it meant that I could actually assist with their children as well. So it can work both ways. Good for you because now you have somebody around you and they will be there for a long time, probably. And they have someone that's from here who will be able to support them the way they needed it from their families. Unfortunately, a lot of these people are coming because of war zones, poverty, and um, their family may have sent them away because war times are almost in every country now. And so these things actually come about by sending your children away. If they can escape, they do. And if they can bring their children, they do. Or they're starting a new family here. So because they have no one, they would be more than happy to have you. Okay? So expand your circle and see what's out there. Because there's no guarantee that the children who left us are going to come back at any time. And God forbid, I mean, they may say never, never again. Like, I'm not ever going back. Grandchildren, same thing. When they've taught their grandchildren, like, we're not going. You don't need to know what happened. Well, you would like to know what happened, but not necessarily are they ever going to tell you. So just let it be. And when they're ready, they left, they can come back. Okay? So now you're going to take the next step to meet other people's children, other people's family, and allow them to be part of yours. And by doing that, you're going to open your heart and you're going to grow it for them and their children. So think about that, okay? Now, the second part I'm just wondering is, how is everybody making out? I know myself, I've gone through it, like I said, 2.5, going on 3 years now. And I'm much different than what I left back then when I was so depressed and crying all the time. I've now gone on to doing more crafts, things I never thought I would be doing, like candle making. And I do sell them in help of the church. However, I just like making them, and I gave a lot away because I can't keep them all. So I've been busy making candles and learning how to do a better job all the time. So I've been doing that for the past 6 months, probably 7 months, and I'm really enjoying it. I don't so much in the heat, but as it gets a little bit cooler, I'll be able to continue on. But there's so many other crafts and things you could be doing. There's other groups you can join. If you're athletic, there's tons of women's tennis, golfing, walking, swimming groups. There's a lot of different groups you can join to now get out of your head, I always say, get out of the box and start opening up those things that you can experience now that keeps you safe. Men find it easier to get into different groups, like whether they're playing cards or what do you call it? Darts. Darts is a big one here. A lot of men will start playing darts if they've never done it before. Going to a place where they can hook up, especially at a coffee shop. There's always men that are sitting around. If the men are out working somewhere, they can also find out, like hang around with them a little bit more and find out, well, where are you guys going? Like, do you guys go out after work? Or especially if it's a quiet male, they may want to spend more time talking to other men about their ideas, their problems, what they're going through. So other people will start talking about it, but not everybody wants to share it because they're afraid you don't want to talk about it, and so you keep it to yourself. However, it's more important to talk to other people. At first, people may not say too much because they don't want people to know. It's a bad stamina to have your children just pick up and leave. But as I found out, there's a lot that it has happened to. And once I spoke up, other people began speaking up around me to say, that happened to me, or that happened to my sister, or that happened to my best friend, or my cousin, or whoever. And so other people have had the same thing, but normally they would not talk about it because nobody else seem to want to talk about it. But now it's a worldwide thing, especially in North America. Oh my goodness. I can't believe how many people have lost their children to the abyss and they just walked out. No rhyme or reason. And people are still grieving it. But when people are grieving past, I think, the 2 year mark, it's time. Like, move along and stop thinking. Just move along and start growing your own world because you've lost some time there. And they allowed you to do that. They wanted you to do that. So the only way to get back on your feet is to start and take a step forward without them. I mean, if you consider that they're only yours on lend, I've been told that since I was young. Children are yours to grow, and then they're gone. And literally, some are gone, period. And that's something we didn't expect because older families stayed together for so long and they were so close. And, like I said before, they're having Sunday dinners all the time or coming for the holidays. Ours aren't. They've left the abyss. They don't have any contact. They don't call. They don't write. They don't do anything. And that marks them up pretty much for gone, gone. And once I realized that, then I took the step forward to start something else, something that made me happy. And my husband, he does a lot of gardening and things now, and a lot of painting. And me, well, on the side, I'm just doing crafts, and I love it. Love it. And I can't wait to get started on the Christmas crafts. So if you need a place to vent and create, and usually when you're creating something or even mowing the lawn, your mind's clear. It's at peace. It's the humming. It's because you're not focusing on them. You're focusing on what you're doing. And so it can be very relaxing. And this is what you need. So by all means, take the step and go ahead and do it. Okay, and I wish you all the best of luck. And please let me know how you're feeling and how you're making out. Um, if you can you hit the like button and subscribe? I would really appreciate that for people that need to see this. Okay, so thank you and have a great day.